Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Scatterpot podcast. I'm David,
I'm Canaan.
and it's only us for this episode.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Letting you know this, Huber, as well as people who are listening. I have been talking to a person, a friend of ours, Huber,
Ooh.
and he said he should be able to record. Just today he couldn't because he was busy. But we should have more people because
Yeah.
Three-
They'll
yeah, three's better than two. No. Alright. So as you can tell, Huber and I are not in the same room again. If you recall, we did this before. Back in the days of Josh.
Mm-hmm.
That one, dude. I just remembered. I haven't pulled up my notes for for topics. Hold on. This is. Here we go. Do you know those moments when you like when you leave notes for yourself and you shorthand it with like just random phrases, but the phrases make no sense retrospectively?
Yeah.
Like I one of my stories, I remember what it is now. It just says Lord's mac and cheese.
Okay.
So we'll start off with that one because that one. Yeah, we'll start off with Lord's mac and cheese. So you can look this up.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A has started to serve mac and
Oh
cheese.
yeah, my mom told me that. She was like, "Yeah, they're serving mac and cheese," and I was like,
And hold on. So the thing is that I've heard this from multiple people, and here's the part that's even ridiculous. Apparently, it's like the best mac and cheese.
"Oh, of course it is. It has to be, right?"
Like it's ridiculous. Like my sister is a huge mac and cheese fan, and she loves Chick-fil-A. And I told her about it. And she says, "Kanan, I've known about this for weeks because they announced." I'm like, "But it only came out like 2 days ago." And she's like, "Yeah, but I've known about this for weeks." It's like, and she said, "I got it day one," and she's like, "It's some of the best mac and cheese I've ever had." And I'm like,
Golly.
and I don't understand where does mac and cheese fit into the whole chicken sandwich.
I don't know. I think it's kind of like a Sunday thing, like Sunday dinner.
Maybe like I was about to say maybe like a barbecue sort of thing,
Yeah.
like chicken and mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know, but dude, like, hold on, if you look this up on Google, like Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese, all the articles are like like best mac and cheese. Chick-fil-A, it's just Chick-fil-A mac and cheese just added to its permanent menu. It's just ridiculous. And then there's all these videos of people trying it, and I'm like,
yeah, I see the videos.
Yeah, it's just like Chick-fil-A new mac and cheese mukbang. Like it's apparently it's just like it's just ridiculous.
It's out at all the Chick-fil-A's, right? Or is it just
I think it's I haven't personally had it, but I think it's at all the Chick-fil-A's. And like I'm not a huge fan of mac and cheese. I think I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean
my favorite?
I think it's the cheese in the mac and like I like cheese. But actually, do you want to know what's way better than mac and cheese that not many people do?
Alfredo.
No, chili mac. So you take the
like
macaroni,
chili and then macaroni.
Well, yeah, you take the macaroni noodles and throw it in a pot of chili. That
I don't think I've ever.
that is something else. Because the thing is that like chili is just sort of like it's a soup essentially.
Yeah, meaty, thick soup.
Yeah, it's a queso dip. It's just, but it's spicy tomato soup.
Yeah, bean or no bean.
Bean or no bean, yeah. But so putting macaroni noodles in that, it's actually really great. And I just realized, like, since my desk is so semi-wobbly, like my camera just shakes. So, yeah. Do you have anything you want to talk about while I'm pulling up some information on the next topic?
Let's see here. Oh yeah, I could. Okay, so college has started for both of us.
Yes.
So we will still try to record episodes, which it still should happen. But if for some reason as like for an example, now one of these videos come out, or
Yeah.
for some reason a week gets skipped, that'll be the reason.
I doubt.
Yeah,
I'll say this. Most likely, we won't skip a week if an episode comes out like a day late, or like if we're gonna try to keep the regular schedule as much as we can, and dude, I'd love for us to make a variety of more content on here just because that'd be fun. But honestly, I can't guarantee that we can do that because we both have jobs and we both are in college, and all those things added up make things hard. But I will let you know this, Huber. If the Campus Movie Fest comes back into town at GGC, I will be entering that. You will be helping me, and that video will end up on here. Because, dude, that film fest, like, I loved doing it last year. I was just a little upset that I was forced to do the video I ended up doing. Because instead of doing, like, a video I really wanted to do, I ended up having to do something for my old podcast group, which is fine. I love those guys, but just, you know, I would have preferred to just do something crazy and out there.
Yeah, I understand.
So I'm really hoping that. So, all right, Hubert, as I let you know, I had, besides the mac and cheese thing, I had a story that was relative to me, a story that was relative to you, and then another one, and then the Lord's mac and cheese was just thrown in there later.
Okay.
So I'm salty right now at IGN. Okay.
IGN.
Because they recently just released a new article ranking all the MCU movies. And I've watched the MCU multiple times.
Right.
And I don't agree with this list. Like,
yeah, they're not a movie company. They don't.
The thing is that, like, I agree with the bottom two, actually the bottom three, because that's an easy pick. Those the three worst Marvel movies in my mind, like, those are like, I know which ones those are, and I agree with them. But it's once you get out, like, literally after that onward, I'm getting a little, like,
triggered.
Well, I'm getting salty with them because especially, I'm fine with their number one pick. Their number one pick was my number one pick for a long time, but I think in my mind mentally, either Infinity War or Endgame have, like, just slightly beat it out. But alright, I know you haven't seen all the MCU movies, but
not all.
Alright, so I'm gonna quickly run through this list. Number 23, the bottom of the heap, Incredible Hulk. Easy.
Yeah.
It's just number 22, Iron Man 2. Also agree.
Okay.
I like Iron Man 2, not my favorite by a long shot. Number 21, Thor 2, Dark World. Okay. Now, number 20 is Avengers Age of Ultron.
I don't know, man. I like that one.
I like that one too. But and here's the thing, Hubert. There's an MCU movie that you and I saw together that we both hated more than Age of Ultron that is yet to have been named. Number 19, the original Thor movie.
Sure.
I'm like, fine. Still upset. I'm like, that movie's not better than Age of Ultron. It isn't.
Yeah.
Number 18, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's one I haven't seen.
Doctor Strange is in, like, my top 10. Like, because they say in this article that, like, it's just another origin story. If it came out earlier, it'd probably be better. I'm like, dude, but this is, I mean, it's an origin story, but it introduces, like, all this weird psychedelic magic stuff.
Right.
So and so now the rest of this list, I'm like, that's not better than Doctor Strange. Number 17, Iron Man 3. That's not better than Doctor Strange. It's Iron Man 3 I like a lot.
Right.
And I'd probably put it in somewhere in this position if I made this list, but it would not be above Doctor Strange in my mind. Now here's the one I was talking about that you and I have both seen. Number 16, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, that should be the worst.
I don't think it's the worst. I still think Iron Man 2 and Dark World and Incredible Hulk is worse.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie's right there.
Yeah, it's
like,
yeah.
like, and I feel bad for it because I feel like the reason it was hated so much is because it came after Infinity War and everyone was just like,
What's this?
What's this? So yeah, that movie. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, they put Doctor Strange below this movie.
Yeah, I don't.
And then number 15, Captain Marvel, which fine, I'm fine with this position. I'm just pissed off at what's below it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm pretty. That's pretty close to where I'd have it. 14, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I like that one a lot. 13, Ant-Man. I like that. I like Ant-Man a lot, so I'm fine
Ant-Man
with
was
that.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Then Captain America 1, First Avenger. Now this one also number 11, not even in the top 10, the first Iron Man movie. And I'm like,
Number
bro,
11.
Number 11.
I mean,
I'm
it was
like-
decent. I don't know if it was number 11.
Well, no, dude, I love the first Iron Man movie, especially like I originally would agree with you, but like especially you know how I re-binged all the MCU before Infinity War and Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man 1, I absolutely love that movie. The more I've gone back to it, the more I've loved it. And then of course now it's but I'm like I think it should be a little higher than 11 personally to me. I mean, yeah. Number 10, Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm like the first new you haven't seen any of the new Spider-Man movies, have you?
No, I haven't.
So they have them back to back, number 10 and number 9, and I agree that Far From Home is better than Homecoming, but I don't agree that both of those are better than the first Iron Man.
Right.
So so like at this point in the list, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Number 8, Black Panther, which is a good movie. That movie got so overhyped, and
It got
really
way overhyped.
and so like I think like I have like a slight distaste for it because of its level of hype.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Number 7, Civil War, and I'm like,
Civil War was pretty good.
I like Civil War a lot. The first Avengers is number 6, and I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Infinity War, and I'm like,
Number 5.
that's what I was saying.
Could be like top 3 at least.
I'm like number 5, and then number 4, Endgame, and I'm like.
Okay, what's gonna be above it?
and so I was sitting there, and at this point, I know what movies are left in the MCU they haven't ranked, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like,
Bruh.
Number 3, I love this movie a lot, but I don't think it should place above Infinity War Endgame, Thor Ragnarok. I love that movie.
I liked it. It's one of my favorites, but yeah,
it definitely is one of my favorites, but I don't think it places above Infinity War and Endgame. Like, you and I saw that movie together, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw that after our SATs, I think. I think after our SATs, you and I drove up, and I think that sounds right. I don't know. Number 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
I don't know about that one.
I like that one a lot, but
Number 2, I don't know.
number 2, and then number 1 is Captain America Winter Soldier, which before Infinity War and Endgame was my favorite MCU movie. I just don't I don't know if it's still my number 1 though.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't give it number 1.
I don't think like, and is it cheating to give it to Endgame and Infinity War?
I mean, I don't think so. Because you could.
Well, because here's the thing: you got to think about it like this. Infinity War. Have you ever left a movie theater with that sort of thought in your that feeling?
Yeah, exactly.
Like the thing is that when Winter Soldier ended, I loved that movie and I was like, great. But I left Infinity War like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And then Endgame, like, I mean, it has to be sort of cheating for like how those movies affected us. Because legit, after I saw Infinity War, Noah Davis and I saw it different theaters, but at the same time.
Right.
Literally, both of us got out of our showings around the same time. We were on the phone with each other for like 2.5 hours, just like trying to like, what are they going to do? And then we had to wait a whole year. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
and then Endgame happened, which was hype.
Yeah. Endgame is really good.
Dude, it's so good. And I recently, so it came out on DVD recently, so I rewatched it, and dude, it's so good. I still get chills during the final fight, like just the whole.
Yeah, that final fight was definitely hype.
Dude, it's like, it's so, and this is why I said it. I feel like it's sort of cheating, because would all right, honest question, Huber. Would Infinity War and Endgame be near as good without the preceding 20 movies? Well, let's say 19, because technically we had Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel in the middle-ish, but actually 18, because Spider-Man Far From Home came out later. So the previous 18 movies, would they be as good if those movies didn't exist?
See, that's such a hard question, because if you were to just take the movies by themselves and say, is this a good movie, you would automatically have to say no, because there's no context to it.
Yeah, and well, the thing is that's why I think Winter Soldier was always my number one beforehand, because Winter Soldier was a movie that, like, if you had no idea who Captain America was, it's still a really good movie. It's a pretty, and it's fun. It's a really good movie. First movie that the Russo brothers did, who eventually would do Endgame and Civil War. Well, Civil War, Endgame, and all that jazz. So, like, it's hard to say, because, like, I don't know how much of my love for that movie is, like, genuine love for how that movie turned out, or how much of it is fanboy hype for, like, 10 years of my life.
It's true, because
it's hard to say, but can we discount it for? Do we have to discount it for being like that, or just give it the awards it deserves? Like, it's hard, man. It's tough.
It's one of those. Yeah, again, it's one of those movies where it's like, you take all the other movies out, you look at this movie, it has great, like, the fight scenes are great, the cinematography is great. CGI is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty on point. The only thing that's, like, even slightly off is what are they called? The Thanos' monster creature things. Though, sometimes they look a little spotty, but, like, it's never like, oh my gosh, that's horrible.
And the one thing that still irritates me is how Thanos was a different color, like, 3 times throughout the MCU. Like, when you first see him, he's like a dark blue.
Well, the first time you see him, it's funny, rewatching it, he's more red than anything.
Really?
If you look at, like, the end one, Avengers 1 end credit scene, like, if you look at it, he's, like, so purple he's red. And then he turned to, like, a deep blue, and then he's our grape brother. Like, dude, he's just the man. The man does. He aged, bro. 10 years went by.
I guess.
I mean, his eye color changed dramatically, because if you look at that first end credit scene, I'm looking at it right now on my other screen, his eyes are like electric blue. Just piercing. And then, but, like, yeah, I mean, you have to realize 10 years, well, between 6 years, 6 years between Avengers 1 and Infinity War. Hundreds of movies.
Yeah. And they got more money for it too, and all that good old stuff.
Yeah, and CGI, of course, improved over the years. Alright, now it's time for the story that I think you have to have known about this by now.
Okay.
Have you heard the news about Loot Crate?
No.
Loot Crate has filed for bankruptcy.
Oh,
They have
fantastic.
And the reason you know why this is important to you.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah.
But for those who are listening, Huber's been a subscriber for the Loot Anime crates.
Mm-hmm.
And how many months delayed are you? Like, how many boxes are you missing right now?
All 3.
So
so look real quick. Let's see.
April, May, and June, or no, June, July,
I'm looking
and August.
real quick. It's June, May, and April.
Okay, but like, it's ridiculous. They just filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. That's kind of annoying.
Because I was listening, I was watching some YouTube news where I usually get most of my news input, and it says news in the collector space. Loot Crate is filed for bankruptcy.
Oh, okay. They're still shipping the crates though. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, but like, dude, how much longer though?
Oh, it'll probably take a couple of years.
So, alright, I'm reading this. Liquidity issues, according to the company's bankruptcy filing, apparently includes upwards of $30 million in trade debt and almost $6 million in taxes owed, on top of the nearly $20 million worth of boxes the customers have paid for and not yet have received.
Holy crap! There's only 60 full-time workers.
Yeah, well, they laid off 50 of them with this bankruptcy thing. I don't know if that was before. I don't know if 60's now or if 60 was and now they laid off 50. Like, because I know they laid off 50 people.
They closed its warehouse, which is kind of weird. They only had one. They closed the warehouse, laid off 150 workers.
100? Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm seeing that. Almost 150.
And then an additional 50 were laid off last week, which I don't know when this article was written.
Are you reading the IGN article?
No, Gizmodo.
Gizmodo. So,
golly, dude.
This happened. This article I'm reading was posted the 13th.
Let me see when this one's posted. Of course, it doesn't really say. Does it? It says the author, but it doesn't say when it was posted.
The Gizmodo article. Let's see if I can find out. Gizmodo. I don't even see the Gizmodo article. You're on your own.
Tuesday. This was posted Tuesday. So,
that's like the 12th? Yeah, that's the 12th, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I can pull up a calendar real quick over here. Hold on, senor. Okay. We'll have to pause real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I was with Huber.
So I will continue talking to you guys. So let's see here. According to the bankruptcy filing, company has been withholding customers' billing and still owes at least $20 million worth of shipments to customers. Some subscribers report not having received subscriptions in the past 3 months. Me, IO9 deputy editor Jill Pantozzi, who received courtesy subscription from the media, says the last shipment that arrived was the May Nemesis box. There has also been complaints about repeat items, lack of interesting exclusive boxes filled with disappointing goods. So essentially, for y'all who don't know what Loot Crate really is, which I mean, you don't. It's one of those things you don't really have to know about, but you might have heard before. It's basically you pay money. They send you a crate. It could be anything from like video games to certain video games to anime to movies to a certain thing. They have exclusives on like everything, and yeah, you paid for a monthly, 3-month, or 1-year subscription, right? And then you'd get the box, and it comes from California, so it might take a week if you live on the East Coast, or longer, depending on where. Depending on where. So, The fact that they announced bankruptcy means that, uh, yeah, Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So, hold on. Including, wait. Reports of financial troubles have been circling for a while, including a defaulting on a $21 million loan in 2017, even though Loot Crate has about 250,000 subscribers. The plan is to try and sell the company with one of its investors, Money Chest, who will set the initial auction bid, following a $10 million bankruptcy loan to keep operations afloat in the intermediate. The bankruptcy filing over who devastated were for last month. Yeah, so that's all that. So they do promise the crates still go out, but yeah, that's the rest. Let's see here. Yeah, so the good thing about Loot Crate closing is that all these other smaller companies that do crates like a Taco Box. I know there's another anime box, and then I don't really know too many other video game boxes. But now that other people, other companies gonna be able to produce some good. Well, there's gonna be more competition. There's gonna be less competition. It's it's gonna be less monopoly. I think that's the good thing. There's gonna be I think that there's gonna be less monopoly, so these smaller companies can go bigger, and they're gonna get an influx of people. Like the people who, for example, the people who did Loot Anime are probably gonna go to all the anime ones, and then those people are gonna be able to boost up their quality of items. Now, I will say this: I actually was on Amazon during this recording, and I've gotten a box from a Taco Box, right?
Seamless transition.
There we go. I've been talking the whole time.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
I'll decide. I'll decide when I'm editing this. All right. So what did you talk about?
I was just talking about what Loot Crate was, and then I read a little bit of the article.
Okay, yeah, I may leave some of that in.
Also, that exclusive figure that the Otaku Box said they're gonna do of Asuna, I was on Amazon and I found it for $29.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Hold on.
I'm gonna try to find it again if I can.
Yeah, send me a link. I think that's hilarious because I'm still getting emails about that.
Yeah, it's like I was like, bruh, if I could find it again.
That's hilarious because legit, that's. If you go in my emails right now, it's like Liz from Otaku Box.
Here it is. I found it. Yeah, it's exclusive. And it's like, you sure about that?
Alright, let's see. That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. And it's funny because that version of Asuna, there are figures like that version.
Mm-hmm.
Just this pose is apparently the exclusive one.
Yeah, and the mouth doesn't look too good to me. So that's a no-go. Like, it's just like a...
I mean...
I have one figure that's mouth that... no, I have two that look good. And then the Nier Automata one I got doesn't look good, which is unfortunate. But...
Oh, the to be.
Mm-hmm.
The to be or not to be. Gosh, I hate the fact... I hate the fact that when you sent me that link, it opened my my computer opened it up in Edge, and I'm like, boy, I haven't Edge's. I unpinned Edge from my taskbar. I couldn't open Edge if you told me to, but somehow you found a way. Oh, in other news, so even if you was able to come to my house today, we would be recording up in my room because my basement's under remodeling. I'm gonna put this up on the screen in editing. Canaan. I'm going to put it. Yeah, it's always funny when I make notes like that. I have to like mentally remind myself because I will forget about it. But I'll send them to you right now. I was gonna show them to you before, but let's see. Yeah, so we're putting hardwood floors down there. We currently
Ooh.
These pictures aren't even the most up to date. Just upload. Upload. So I'm sending them to you now. What's different from these pictures is that the spots of the wall that aren't painted yet, the brown bits, they're fully painted now. That's the only difference. Once my amazing internet uploads these not even 3 megabyte files. Seriously, it's taking it way too long to upload these. There we go. There's one of them. Dude, it's weird down there now.
Oh yeah, you had to move all that junk. That must have been fun.
We actually gave the red couch to Goodwill.
That's honestly the best choice. You're just like, it gets to a point to where you're just like, you know what?
Hold on.
Oh, the place where things grow. Yeah.
I accidentally stopped my audio recording
shoot.
for a second. Oh shoot! I was meant to close my file manager and it closed my audio recording. But thankfully it auto saved the last little bit. Hopefully, please. Please. Can I like open another window and double check? Well, I'm gonna pray. And hopefully, if not, I hope the camera has been recording my mic audio, because that also should be a thing, potentially, I set up. But who knows?
Should be. You never know.
Yeah. Who knows anymore?
Yeah.
Maybe this week will be late.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that's what the basement looks like right now. The paint is now just smooth and clean all the way across. But the floors are still not put down yet. And it's we are keeping the brown couch, getting rid of the red couch.
Keeping the brown couch, getting rid of the red couch. Okay.
Yeah. Because that red couch is disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. A survey says it's disgusting. Get it out.
Many things have happened on that couch.
Yeah. Huber became a father on that couch.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I think it was to a cockroach, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, gosh, dude, it's trippy being down there. Oh, hold on. I know I have another news story thing, so I just want to double check my notes to make sure I'm not. Yes, hold on.
Okay, holding.
Breaking news. The biggest news story that no one's talking about right now. You know where I'm going with this, Huber?
Wait a minute. You told me before. Hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah. We talked about this on
I know.
Thursday. We talked about this on Thursday. What? You have until I send this to you through Discord to figure it out.
Shoot.
Alright.
Crap. What is it?
Alright, I'm giving you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
It's something
1.
like so small too, right? Yeah, that's right.
Actually, it's thick.
I was trying to remember. I was like, I remember it was something so minuscule.
Breaking news: Snapchat has gotten thick.
Yeah, they're talking to the CEO. How can we make Snapchat more improved?
Thick. Make it.
Just give it a bolder outline. Genius.
I don't know how no one's noticed this. It was no one has even mentioned this.
Yeah.
So Scatterpot podcast is gonna be the one to break the news. Snapchat is thick. Snapchat has gotten thick. No, I'm gonna throw a picture of it up on the screen again. Canaan. What it is it happened recently. I think it would have been early this week. I think it was like Tuesday or something like that. There was an app update that came out to Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what it changed in the app, but the app icon itself got this. The ghost got a thicker outline, and we're not talking like a point. We're talking like a good old 5 to 10 point thick increase.
Yeah, they were like, okay.
And it's fun, like legit. So it was whenever I noticed it when the Apple iOS update came out. So like I updated my phone to iOS whatever, like 12.0.3.21. So I updated that, and I saw an update for Snapchat, and I did it, and it was like 2 a.m. because of course it was. And I was just like, wait a minute, that app icon is significantly thicker than it was before. Minute. And so I was like, this has got to be big news. And I mean, hold on, I'm going to quickly Google Snap. Let's see if any respected news sources have reported this. Snapchat logo. Thicker line. Thick outline.
Thick.
Ha! USA Today, Snapchat's new bold logo sparks frustration. But we still broke it.
Yeah.
They broke this a day ago. I've been talking about this all week. All week I've been telling you.
Come on, guys. Yeah.
Literally, oh my gosh, look. All right, you know what? Instead of, I'm going to just have to save this picture. I'm going to save this picture to use as my thing. But it's a before and after picture. I'm just going to call this picture Thicc Snapchat.
Thicc Snapchat. Thicc 1, Thicc 2.
Thicc 1, Thicc 2. Like, dude, it's significantly different. Hold on, I'm going to send you the before and after picture. Like, this is...
Yeah, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I'm going to send you... Once you send that, I'm going to send you a figure from...
What the heck? It only sent the... What the... Save... Oh, it's... What the... Boy...
It's sent.
That's just the before. Hold on. Alright, no. Alright, file. Alright, here's the after. Like...
Yeah, it's like...
That's thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
That's like 40 of them laid on top of each other.
Dude, it's ridiculous. I mean, I like it. I like the more defined line, but dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's kind of a oof moment.
That's a big oof moment.
Okay, so I'm gonna send you a figure from... It's Midna, True Form, from Twilight Princess, and it's a figure that I would really like because it's the most highly detailed figure I've ever seen, and I like taller figures.
I'm gonna guess 180, 200.
You'll find out. It's 17 inches tall, which is like huge for a figure. But
how thick is?
let me check.
If I remember Twilight Princess, Midna
was great, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think I know why Twilight Princess was your favorite. Well, I don't know. It probably is your still favorite Zelda game, is it?
It is, yeah. I mean, you can't say Breath of the Wild your favorite. That's like cheating on the rest of the games.
So that's the thing. That's sort of the...
When the next one comes out, not the sequel to Breath of the Wild, because I'm going to consider that a DLC.
But it's a sequel. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
If the theories are to be believed, it's a sequel to Twilight Princess.
Yeah, Twilight Princess. And...
So here's the thing. It's one of those things that's like, as far as 3D Zelda games go, Breath of the Wild is objectively the most polished and clean and
100%
plays the best.
100%.
Now, it being your favorite, that depends if you're more of a... Oh, you said True Form Midna, but I didn't process. You said True Form Midna? Okay. It's $530.
Yeah, dude. And it's a pre-order too, so it comes out in 2020.
It's a pre-order. I was going to say, it's a pre-order for next year. Dude, I think I'd honestly prefer just a regular Midna statuette.
The only reason I want this one is just because how highly detailed it is.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. I'm looking at this. It's ridiculous.
That is insane. Like the cape, that is insane.
Yeah. I really like that. I actually really do like that.
If it wasn't so much money.
Yeah, dude. It's one of those things. Being a nerd costs a lot of money.
Yeah. Apparently, body and cloak patterns applied with glow-in-the-dark paint.
I was about to ask, because some of the neon blue stuff looks like it has some shine and shimmer and glow to it. That's kind of cool.
That'd be really nice. But yes, unfortunately, I do not have that money.
Yeah.
Nor would I think I'd ever pay that much, but...
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll just stick to Funko Pops. Which Nintendo... Nintendo, start releasing your characters as Funkos, because your Pokemon Funkos are doing great right now. I own 4.
There you go. Here, I'll send you from...
I actually own all the Pokemon Funko Pops there are. Stop opening things in Edge, the computer. Can I, like, get rid of you? See, I've seen this before.
I was going to say.
This is awesome. Well, because the thing is that, I'm trying to think. I think Majora's Mask is still my favorite Zelda game. I think it is. And that's just because that has a special place in my heart. Hold on. I just gotta... I think Snapchat's on to me. I just got a message on Snapchat. Thicc Snapchat calling me. Yeah. Oh, okay. Whew. No, but like, I love Majora's Mask. But I think before Breath of the Wild, my favorite one to like play, like the one that I thought was the most polished was Wind Waker. I thought Wind Waker was so much fun, especially the HD remake on my Wii U. You were you were there the weekend.
I was there.
Like, yeah, when you and it was you, me, my brother, in that really dingy but really nice place. Do you remember, like, the elevator was all scratched on the inside? It was like the most disgusting, dingy thing we've seen. Yet when you walked into our room, we're like, okay.
It was like, wow.
Because my dad was like trying to like get us. Why is it so shiny?
I don't know.
It's gold. Why is Link gold?
It says it's a bronze finish, which is nice. I don't know if I would ever.
I don't think I like that enough. I think.
Nah.
No, dude. Me trying to. I think the week when I was with you, I think I was at the bit where I just had to like find all the Triforce pieces, so I was following maps all around the place, and I was like, "These stinking maps, bro! I'm getting pissed. I'm getting pissed." And then I also think I did like the temple where you have to like, it was what was it called, like the challenge arena where you had to go through like 50 floors.
Just speed run it, bro.
Yeah, just speed run it. I love those. You sent me one of them, but I've seen more of them. I love those animated speed runs that people do.
It's
like
great.
Show how you speed run. Have you seen the Breath of the Wild one?
Yes.
Where it's like it's the King of Hyrule like looking up. It's like, oh,
what in the name of Hyrule?
It's like, oh,
that look in your eye.
It's like, oh, the hero woke up, and then you just hear him hitting a tree. And it's like, what in the name of Hyrule?
Link, that look in your eye. It's like, the scream.
Yeah, dude. Oh my. All right, so I want you to. We won't include this in the video, but after we're done here, I'm gonna send you a video that is so funny. It's an animated Game Grumps video, but it's not from one of their game series. So Game Grumps have started doing a lot of streaming.
You know, I've always wondered if they streamed.
Yeah, they've been doing. They don't stream on Twitch. They stream on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think I told you this before, but Game Grumps has made a new channel called The Grumps, which is where they'll do all their live action stuff.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense for them to do that.
Yeah, and so it was funny because when they first released the channel, before they even released their first video on that channel, they had over 200,000 subscribers. And Aaron said, "Man, I should just make new channels all the time."
Yeah.
before they even they literally just announced it, and they hadn't even put up the logo yet on the new channel, and they had 200,000 subscribers.
Golly.
And I was like, "This is ridiculous." And currently, they do 10-minute Power Hour, which has been a blast. I love 10-minute Power Hour.
Yeah, I remember this.
And then every Thursday, they do like a it's sort of like a fan show. They like read through comments, they look at like fan art and stuff like that, and they just kind of talk for about 15-20 minutes. They haven't named it yet, so currently the running gag is that the name of the show is whatever the show is called. It's like
For that episode.
well, like it's like they've done it. They've done 3 episodes so far, and they're like, "Welcome back to whatever this show is called." And Aaron said that their logo, like their graphic designer, made a joke logo for the show that says whatever this show is called. So there's like a 50-50 chance the show is just gonna be called
It probably will be, dude.
whatever this. It's like welcome back to whatever this show is called, which I think is a great name for
I
anything.
wouldn't doubt if that happens. I honestly wouldn't doubt.
Welcome back to whatever this podcast is called. Dude, that's a. So yeah, but so in one of they were streaming Undertale, and he was about to do the Sans fight. And have you seen the Sans fight?
Yeah,
on YouTube. So you know it's like
it's pretty
stupidly hard. It's stupidly hard. So but Game Grumps went on tour after they beat Undertale, and then before they did the Sans run. So one of their new they didn't remember all the story beats.
Right.
And this was at a time when you remember this was recent, but like back in April when YouTube was like really cracking down. No, June. When YouTube was really cracking down on people who swore in their videos.
Yeah.
And so like all your favorite YouTubers either like bleeped out their curse words or they didn't. They tried not to curse.
Yeah. So
like that awkward moment, and now everyone just doesn't curse for like the first minute. It's funny. That's been if you watch Game Grumps, if you watch the first minute of any of their videos, you can tell they keep forgetting the not cursing bit, and they always will like curse and go, "Wait, no, we can't curse."
Wait a minute.
It's like, wait. And so they like censor it, and they yell at their editor Ben. It's like, Ben, censor that. But basically, at the peak of this like whole YouTube crackdown, Game Grumps went on this thing where they said they were going to try to stop cursing altogether, like across all their videos, and of course, no one liked that.
Right.
So they said they're just going to not curse for the first minute, like the algorithm says it's supposed to be. But you know how the algorithm can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw you, stop demonetizing our unmonetizable videos. Stop demonetizing us. No. But basically, one of their new employees, I don't know what her title is, but Allie, she made a PowerPoint, but she made the PowerPoint while they were on tour when they were still allowed to curse. So it's an animated video of her trying to give this PowerPoint and censoring it as she goes, but failing to censor it. It's a super funny video. Short? Yeah, it's a little animated short, and it's just she on the screen she put like this effer for one of the slides, and it was flour. It was the flour.
Oh,
and she said, and then she's like, this hecker. She's like, this. And Aaron says, "Why did you put swears in it? We can't swear." And it's just a really funny clip. And so I'll send that to you after the podcast. Check it out.
All right.
I can't remember. Those of you who are watching, check it out. It's pretty funny. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm going to find out shortly. Huber, distract them while I quickly look this up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, elders of all ages. This is the time.
Mm-hmm.
This is the ultimate time for me to just place fillers so that we can extend this video. Yes. Mm-hmm. And get you guys to just keep on watching and watching and watching and watching and listening and watching and listening and listening and watching and listening and watching. And this is just filler. But it's okay. You guys like filler. Who doesn't like filler? I like fillers. You know, filler episodes, right? You know, like it shows 20 episodes long, right? It's got to be a filler episode, right? There's always, you know, a swimsuit episode, right? That's just your classic, thing. Yeah, so more filler. This is it. Oh, hey Noah, how you doing? Noah Davis, yes. Noah Davis.
I found the video like 3 minutes ago. I just wanted to see how far you would go. It's called Censor Tale. For those of you who were wondering, it's a very funny video, and I recommend it to all. But just, dude, I was like, where is he going with this? And it's beautiful because there is cameras this week, but we are not seeing each other. Just
yeah.
I mean, we could easily turn on the cameras, but you know what? I don't want to look at Huber's face today.
Same.
Yeah, it's just one of those days. You just really don't want to. Oh, Google's notifying me that I logged in on another device. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Google.
I was worried. I was worried. I was like, dude, someone
logged in.
There was a meme recently that was just like Google. It's like when you sign into something else, and it was the Loki thing. Like, I've never seen this man before in my life.
Yeah.
It's just.
What do you mean?
It's like oh my. Okay, I can't say. I'm gonna send you a text of the meme I was thinking of. It was the wrong meme, but it's still funny. I just can't say it on the podcast because we are a family-friendly podcast.
Yes.
That only slightly go into ecchi stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
It's so true though. It's like.
This is the same IP. Google, please. You clearly know my IP.
Well, and it's also like, I love it. I'm just glad it's not like Steam that asks you for like a key, yeah. Like, because everyone makes the memes about Google because everyone uses Google. But those of you who use Steam, and if you ever tried to log on another computer, it's just like, excuse me.
We need the code, and then it's gonna. Once you log into a new computer, new device, you will not be able to. I believe you're not able to trade or sell anything on the market for 7 days. I believe.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
dude, Steam is very harsh about that.
Very protective.
Very, very protective. Very, very Oh, okay. So Huber, I gotta tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how you and I have a gambling addiction, right? In GTA.
I've broken my addiction.
Have you really?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't.
Well, I know. I've seen you on.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap, he's still in GTA? I'm like, dude.
Just looking on Discord, 3 a.m., Canaan 99, playing GTA.
How much money have you earned?
Well, technically, right now in my bank account, there's only like a couple 100,000, but that's because I've been spending it.
Right. What do you have?
So as you know, I bought the pimpiest of sweets.
Oh, my cat's here. Hello, Tate.
Oh, I wish I could see your cat. I'll just see your cat when I'm at.
Fat kitty. Oh, man.
Oh look.
Oh my goodness. Oh that hurts, Sage.
My little plush Yoshi is also here. Oh boy, he's a fat boy. He's a little fat baby boy. All right, but no. So I already bought the most pimpinest of apartment suites. Of course. What else do you spend money on? And so, the next thing I bought, I said it was going to be a car, and I lied. Mm-hmm. I ended up buying the Oppressor Mark II, which is the rocket bike.
Oh, nice. I need to still get that.
So, I bought that, and it was in my thing, and I was driving around, and I wanted to summon it, just while I was on a road. You can't summon it by normal means like everything else.
Right.
To summon it, you need a terabyte.
Yes, I have a terabyte.
And to buy a terabyte, you need a nightclub.
Yes.
So I bought a terabyte, bought a nightclub, bought a terabyte, got myself the the oppressor Mark II.
Mm-hmm.
I've already wrecked it twice, and it cost $10,000 to get it fixed.
Golly.
And so, and I have already eyed up my next item of purchase, which I'm gonna leave a secret for now, because it just grinding. But grinding's been hard recently.
Why?
I don't know if it's like my end or GTA is like kind of catching on to the whole like glitch.
Yeah.
So I can gamble as much as I want.
Right.
But every time I do the glitch to get the cashola, every third win, I could lose as many matches as I want, but as soon as I win a third game, it disconnects me from online and puts me in story mode. But I still get all the money. So it legit just takes way longer now, because instead of so there's like every 3 wins, so after a minimum of $60,000, it kicks me out of story mode. I have to wait till the cutscene starts.
Right.
And I just started loading up a solo online, because that loads faster. So I just queue up a solo room, spawn outside the casino, run into the casino, run all the way over to inside tracks, do 3 wins, and kick out.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you way too long.
Yeah, no, dude, I would. Well, so the thing is that originally I didn't know that to summon the oppressor you needed the terabyte and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I got I got the oppressor, and I bought it, and I flew it around, and I was having a blast. And the time I got it, it was around like 1 o'clock at night. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm having a blast. And then I tried to summon it after I got it repaired.
Right.
And it's like, and I couldn't summon it. And I was like, how do you summon this thing? And I'm like, apparently I have to summon it through the terabyte. And I'm like, oh boy. So I went to the Warstock page, try to buy a terabyte. Couldn't.
Right.
Because you need a nightclub.
That's
so I
right.
bought so then I just grinded, and I think it was around 3 a.m. when I finally had enough money to buy the terabyte and the nightclub, which are inexpensive relatively to other things. The cheapest nightclub available, which I bought, was like $1,080,000. That is the cheapest nightclub.
Mm-hmm.
And then the terabyte's like not even $1 million.
Yeah, no, I think it's on sale.
It was on sale. It was like, but I was just sitting there and I was just grinding, and I finally got it done, and I was like, woo! And then I just did it. I just summoned. Well, it was annoying. So you have to first link the oppressor with the terabyte.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get your terabyte. You have to go to get your oppressor, summon the terabyte, and then you have to park the oppressor at least once in the terabyte, and then it does it. It just works after that.
Yeah.
Which was annoying, because I'm at the casino and my bike's all the way over at the insurance offices. I'm just like, oh my. And I'm like, I can't summon it. So I hopped into I literally just summoned the terabyte, hopped in my terabyte, and drove it over the insurance offices, pulled my oppressor in there. And then I called it a night and walked downstairs and watched Impractical Jokers for like an hour and a half. Then I attempted to go to bed.
And
Then I woke up.
All she wrote.
I woke up this morning, did some more gambling. Then I had to run some errands.
Golly,
dude, I'm literally just trying to grind out those. Because there's one more big ticket item I really want.
And
after, I'm going to keep that one a secret.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I will let you know. I do maybe at one point, but maybe not doing the gambling glitch. I do plan on getting a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Because that fly life, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have one more big purchase in mind. One more score, one more job. Going into the casino, gambling on what's the name of one of the horses?
Oh, I know a few.
I don't know. I can't think of any right now. I just have been
Minimum
clicking.
wager.
Minimum wager is one. Gosh, there's so many. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, this episode's gone on long enough. I'm gonna have to figure out how to deal with that out bit. Maybe it'll just be a screen of Huber and just.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
All right.
All right.
I think.
So Huber, where can the lovelies find us?
So, if you want to listen to the podcast part of it, guys, which is probably what you're doing right now, how else would you found this out? Unless you're watching the video, in which case you're probably on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, it's...
Hello, 2 people that watch the video.
If you're on YouTube, it's the Scatterpot podcast because people like to look at math instead of...
Yeah, apparently scatter plots are a thing. Especially since school's starting back up.
SoundCloud and the good old rest of them, like Apple, Android, etc., is Scatterpot podcast. And then what's the last one that we always do? It's YouTube, Instagram. It's Scatterpot.
Hold on. I'm gonna do this right now since this is. I've been so. You can tell none of us are good at Instagram because we haven't posted in a long time, and I keep on forgetting to take pictures of when we record.
Yeah.
Dude, and it's funny because if you think about it, I was also an intern for a church as their like social media manager, and I'm horrible. Let's just say I was only in charge of social media for like a month. So while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna take a picture right now of turn on your camera on Discord. I'm while I'm thinking about this right now. All right. Come on.
Is it gonna? I don't know if it's gonna load with if I have my camera on for a different application.
Are you serious, bro?
Pretty sure that's how that works. I can turn it off and then turn it back on. Yeah, no, I'm gonna pause the video portion, or I'm gonna pause the video recording for this.
Dude, we're doing all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this picture done.
That was that.
This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh! All right. What? No, what did you do? Resume your video, and we'll just make sure to get it after we're done here. All right. So yes, as you said, you can. Our Instagram is Scatterpot_podcast. In case you're wondering, you can find us at all those places. Letting you know this. I mean, you can let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yes.
We'll talk about pretty much anything. You can leave us a comment on our Instagram post that we never do. You can you could add to our view count on YouTube and leave a comment. I mean, just all those things, please. We want to make sure this is good for all of our viewers. So, I mean, even if you're one of the SoundCloud podcasts, leave a review, leave a comment on SoundCloud. Like, let us know how we could make this better and all those things. And, geez, this is still loading in the side. So, all that to say, thank you guys. See you guys next week. Adios.